Testing the Fantom 19470C 17.5 turn V2R, which is the latest motor from Fantom for 2017. It's got a very high torque rotor, over 1500 Gauss, so I'm going to try it with the optional rotor 19590, which is a 12.3mm high torque. It is legal in the UK for BRCA racing, it's listed. So we'll see if it improves the revs, because with the Fantom as standard, the V2R, it's doing 3220 kV, and we know that some motors can do 3.4 to 3.5, so and that's with the very strong rotor over 1500 Gauss. So we'll check this rotor, build it up and test it. Okay, the Gauss of the optional 19590 rotor is about 1440 odd one way, 1450, so it's about a 1450 Gauss, and it's a 12.3mm diameter, so less than the standard 12.45. The measured diameter is 12.3. The length is about 24.22. I've got set up with the standard rotor. It's just 3217 kV. It's just at 6.1. We've got the time, and its average is 50 degrees at 48:50:51. With the optional rotor fitted, we now got a more impressive kV of 3495, 6.1 amps. The timing's adjusted slightly, about 1 degree higher. It was 50, standard is 51 now. The motor comes with a 19591 rotor as standard, which is now quite a high Gauss, 1510, 1507, and the rotor is a standard 12.45, or it should be a standard 12.45. The magnetic length of the rotor is about 24.5mm. The weight of the motor with the optional rotor is actually lighter in weight, so it's only 155.3 grams as opposed to 156.1 grams when it was with the other rotor. Results of the test on the Fantom V2R 17.5 turn with the optional rotor, the 19590C. Now the results: the standard V2R, the kV was 3217, which is fairly typical, slightly better than the R1 Works and the Orion Vortex at the same current draw. But when you put in the optional rotor, the 12.3mm rotor, you get a massive increase in revs. Now, you can get an increase in revs with any motor by putting in a weak rotor, but this isn't a weak rotor, it's 1450 Gauss, and the fact that it's a smaller diameter means that it enables you to get the higher revs without having a weak rotor. That means it's going to be very responsive, because the smaller diameter rotor is lighter in weight, so it's going to spin up and slow down quicker, but it's still going to give you massive revs and a good torque as well. Other motors that give high revs like this, such as, let's see, the original Fantom was a very revvy motor, the version 1, 3471 for a good one. That was with, as you can see, a weaker rotor, 1350 Gauss at full 12.45mm, so that's why it revved up so well. So the performance of this motor is going to be exceptional. It's going to be better than just putting in the version 1 rotor, which will give you higher revs, but it won't be as responsive as a 12.3mm rotor. So that motor should be on a fast track, long fast track, high speed. That should be a class leader, I would say. So that's the performance change by changing the rotor. You can go from a very torquey motor to a very revvy one.